another episode, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, and today we will be doing the preview for the Jamaica versus Guadeloupe game. Now, both of them might sound the same, Guatemala and Guadeloupe, but they are completely different and they're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Guadeloupe is a French territory, and what that means is Guadeloupe does not vote in their own elections. They are not a FIFA country either, which means they cannot qualify for the World Cup. Anyway, before I go any further in this video, remember, smash the like button and subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. Now, at these Gold Cup games, we've seen a number of countries, the likes of Curacao, Suriname, and Guadeloupe, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, all of whom have high influence from overseas territories. What do I mean by that? A lot of these countries have players that have been either born in other countries or players who are representing these countries having grown up in other countries. France, the Netherlands, for Jamaica, I find that our ancestral heritage pulls us closer towards the English players, but that's a given since Jamaica was an English colony. Well, we were also a Spanish colony, etc., etc. But a lot of the players that are coming into the Jamaican team right now are of English heritage, and the same goes for Guadeloupe, the same goes for Suriname, the same goes for Curacao. The only difference with Guadeloupe is these players actually, they are still a French territory. So everything that happens, it happens through France. They vote through the French elections. Basically, everything that happens through France, put it that way. Now back to the football. What does it look like for Jamaica and Guadeloupe? What is the history saying? Now, Jamaica has played Guadeloupe 5 times, dating back as early as 1966. Jamaica has never lost one of those games. The first game that they played in 66, that game drew 0-0. Now, the most recent game that they played was in 2021, and it was at the Gold Cup as well. Jamaica won that one 2-1. Overall, Jamaica has had really good days against Guadeloupe. A total of 10 goals scored and 2 goals conceded throughout that period. And I mentioned in the previous video Jamaica's FIFA ranking, but I won't even go into that in this one because, as I mentioned, Guadeloupe does not have a FIFA ranking. As far as the Jamaican players going into this one, I expect the big names to retain their place, and I'll do a predicted 11, so I won't even go too deep into that, but I expect the big name players to retain their place. I expect there to be a few tweaks in midfield as well as in defense, but we will dissect that piece of the predicted lineup when we do that video. For Guadeloupe, I think there are some top players in there, a lot of whom play their football in France. We have players from Saint-Etienne, we have players from all over the French league who have decided to represent Guadeloupe in these Gold Cup games. But I want you folks to pay keen attention to this one player. His name is Matthias Phyton, and he plays for the Guadeloupe team. He's very potent for a Guadeloupe team. Just under 30 appearances, just over 10 goals. So he's close to averaging a goal every 3 games. And I think Jamaica needs to pay keen attention to this player, because as was the case in the previous game against Guatemala, the players that we are expecting to come up big and the players who tend to have those brilliant moments are oftentimes the ones that are showing up at the Gold Cup so far. We saw Ugalde for Costa Rica. He came up big again in Costa Rica's second game, and we expect it to be no different. As far as form goes, the last 5 games leading up to the Gold Cup, both Jamaica and Guadeloupe have similar form in that 4 games won, 4 games won for Guadeloupe as well. The only difference, Jamaica lost one of their last 5. Guadeloupe, they drew one of their last 5. So it's very interesting to see what this game will produce for us. We expect Jamaica to be trying to bounce back, but it's the same thing for Guadeloupe, because if they are to advance through to the next round, they will need a win under their belt, or at least a draw against the Jamaican team, and hope that they'll be able to get a win against Guatemala on the final day. For Jamaica, we've never lost, or we haven't lost back-to-back games at the Gold Cup since 2009, right? 2009, so far back. Guadeloupe, I know they want this win and they want it desperately, and as such they will not be coming into this one and rolling over and allowing the Jamaican team to win simply because they have a bigger name when it comes down to football than they do. In the previous game, they lost it from the first half. Panama 4-1 leading into the half. I do not expect it to be the same in this game against Jamaica. I expect the Guadeloupe team to reassess their tactics, reassess where they went wrong, and see if they can build on that second half performance that they had against Panama. So the second half against Panama, you could basically say it was a draw because the game ended 5-2. So only 2 goals scored, one from either team. So I expect this game against Jamaica to be a little bit closer. It won't be the 5-2 kind of game that we saw, because if Guadeloupe are going to go out of this tournament, they will want to go out of the tournament with something left in the memories of the fans who actually came out to support them. As far as predictions go, I'm going to go for 3-1 win in favor of Jamaica. I think Jamaica will want to satisfy the fans, or to please the fans, because already we're getting spectators, we're getting YouTubers, we're getting folks from all over the place who are calling for the coach to be sacked, we're calling for players to be removed from the team, and all of that. Going into this one, I expect the Jamaican team to come out with a little bit of fire in their bellies to prove those naysayers wrong, and to actually get things right, to right the wrongs of match day 1. Again, let's turn it over to you, the viewers and subscribers. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions for Jamaica versus Guadeloupe? Let's drop those in the comment section below. And remember, smash the like button if you enjoy the content, and subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. Until next time, peace.